Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to do this makeup look. So if you would like to learn how to get this look, then just keep on watching. So hey guys, I'm going to start with priming my skin. I'm still testing out. Don't quite know if I like it yet or if it works really well. And today is probably not going to be a good test either on this primer, just because this foundation that I'm putting on lasts really well throughout the day without a primer. But anyway, fluff. And that is the L'Oreal Infallible Matte Lock Foundation Primer. I have already moisturized my skin with my Drunk Elephant Lala Retro Whipped Cream Moisturizer. And I'm just going to add a bit of this primer. And this is supposed to help mattify your skin and smooth your skin out as well. I focus this on the areas that I do get oily. So I don't really put it on my cheeks or anything. I just focus it on my T-zone. I just press it in to make sure it's in my skin. So today I'm going to stick a wrench in my routine and I'm going to do my eyeshadow first and then do brows and then do face and then do lips. I know I really don't like to do my brows after eyeshadow, so I put on a little bit of the concealer. I also want to thank you guys for your nice comments on my singing video, the one that I just posted before this one. Thank you guys so much. You guys know I love to sing, and that's something that something I'm kind of sensitive about, so thank you guys so much for the sweet comments. To set that, I'm going to use the Mercier translucent powder. Set the concealer in place so that my eyeshadows blend smoothly on top. So the first shadow I'm going to use is Latte from Makeup Geek. And as usual for my first shadow, I'm just going to apply this in the upper crease area, and I'm using a MAC 224 brush and just swiping this back and forth, and I'm holding the brush towards the end of the handle to make sure that I don't do a harsh application. The further up you tend to press harder. So by holding your hand back, it helps for you to not blend as harshly. So the second shadow I'm going to use is Bitten, and this is also from Makeup Geek. It's a deep red shade that I'm going to apply to my outer V area and work into the crease. If you don't have a dark red shade like that, you can use a blush. Most blushes come in pinkish tones, so if you have a blush that's that dark, then you can go for that as well. And the brush I'm using for this is a Sigma E38 brush. You can see the difference between the E38 and the MAC 224. The E38, the one that we're using for the second shadow, is a bit more packed together, so it's more dense. And the hairs on this brush are more spread out, so it's fluffy. And so I'm using them for different reasons. I'm using the more dense version for a more intense application of the shadow, and I'm using this to give a lighter application. So with this look, I'm taking it much darker than I normally do with my eyeshadow looks. And by that, I mean I'm going with actual black. I'm going in with Corrupt eyeshadow from Makeup Geek. In this shadow, I'm going to apply kind of in a smaller area than the other shadows that I used. The first shadow I used kind of just all in my crease. And then the second shadow, I specifically put it in the outer corner and put it in the crease just a little bit. And this shadow, I'm really trying to focus in not making too much too soon of this eyeshadow, because it's much harder to take away an eyeshadow after you put it on. So I'm just starting small and gradually building up. In the same way that I tell you guys that I do with my eyebrows, I have a smaller mirror and I have a faraway mirror. It's the exact same way when I'm working with darker and darker eyeshadows. The darker I get, I want to make sure that it doesn't look like someone punched me from far away. So I'm making sure that I'm keeping the intensity right where I want it by looking in a faraway mirror versus up close, because you can, once you're up close, sometimes you can get carried away with making sure that the eye look looks perfect like this close to you. But if you're far away, then that's more of an idea of how people are looking at you. So once I've gotten this black in the intensity that I want and in the place that I want it, then I go back down the ladder. So I've been climbing up, getting darker and darker. Now I'm taking a step down on the ladder and going with the first shade that we use, which is Bitten, this shadow right here. And I'm just going to blend the edges of that shadow. I'm not going to take too much of that shade, just a little bit on my brush, and just blending the edges of that black. And then if necessary, you can go back down another step on the ladder and go in with the first shade that you used. I don't think that I need it on this eye, so I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to move on to this eye and add the black and match it to this side. So for the lid shade, I'm going to be using the Colourpop Supernova Shadows, and this one is in the shade Firecracker, some of my favorite eyeshadows. And I'm going to apply the first layer on my lid and let that dry a little bit, and then add a second layer. So I'm going to go ahead and apply my lashes. I'm using the lashes that I got from Marshall's that I mentioned in my current favorites, the Lashes for Days Glam Wispies. So I'm going to apply those now. So I've already primed my skin. You guys saw me do that at the beginning. And so now I'm going to apply my foundation. Today I'm using the Revlon PHOTOREADY INSTA-FILTER foundation. I used the shade Caramel. I'm going to pump it up and just put it on my sponge because I don't like this applicator thing. And I'm using a sponge from Shop M.A.C. For the first time, we're going to see if it's comparable to the Beauty Blender. I think this is $1, if I remember correctly. It's really soft. So my answer is yes. I would definitely buy this. It's squishy, and plus it gets a little bigger than my Beauty Blender that I have, which is cool. So for concealer, I'm going to use the Urban Decay Medium Dark Neutral, the same concealer I used to prime my eyelids. So I'm going to take the same Mercier powder and set my concealer using a sponge. Oh, I haven't done this in so long. And I'm just pressing the powder into my skin to really set that concealer. For bronzer, I'm going to use the Laura Geller Sunset Deep Baked Hydrating Bronzer. Ooh, I used a lot just then. It's okay, that's okay. So for my highlight, I'm going to use Laura Geller Gilded Honey Highlight. So for the lower lash line, I'm going to go in with that dark red shade that we used in our crease area and use a Sigma E20 brush, which is a short shader brush, and I'm just applying this really close to my lash line. And then I'm going to go in with the Thrive Causemetics Liquid Lash Extensions Mascara and just apply this to my real lashes on my top lash line and on my bottom lashes. So for lips, I'm going to line them with M.A.C Chestnut lip pencil. And then for lipstick, I'm going to use Urban Decay 1993 lipstick. Thank you guys so much for watching this makeup tutorial. Make sure that you subscribe, thumbs up, and I promise I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.